And we have a go for auto sequence start. Discovery's onboard computers have primary control of all the vehicle's critical functions. Start, 2, 1, booster ignition, and liftoff of the Space Shuttle Discovery.
Welcome to the Launchpad. I'm your host, Harry Washington. And if those of you just joining us, the show is sponsored by Pursuing a Dream Corporation. Pursuing a Dream Corporation is a nonprofit organization based in Maryland that influences students to pursue degrees and careers in areas of science, technology, engineering, and math. Today's show is dedicated to minority retention, and our first guest is from Morgan State University's Student Success and Retention Program. Dr. Whelan, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. Glad to be here.
Now, give our viewers a sense. What's your background, your educational background?
I am a electrical engineer by education with a bachelor's and a master's degree, and I have a doctorate in education.
Okay. Now, in your years of experience or throughout your career, why do you think retention has become a big problem?
Retention's become a big problem because of the ever-increasing need to have college graduates in this country for the type of job opportunities that are coming up. Okay, and at the same time, the fact that we realize that not as many people are graduating from college as we would like.
Right.
All right, so there's a big push to try and retain them through graduation.
Right. Now, what's the purpose of the Student Success and Retention Center?
Well, we have the Office of Student Success and Retention at Morgan State University. It is directed by Dr. Tiffany Beth Mfume.
Okay.
And we've got a staff of about 21 people.
Okay.
And its purpose is really to work with the other schools at the university and supportive services to try to provide services for our undergraduate students to help retain them and to help them graduate.
Okay. Now, how long has the office been in existence?
The office was founded in 2003, so it's just about 10 years now.
Right. And what caused the office to be formed?
Again, the recognition that retention was really important. We had various retention programs, but they were kind of fragmented.
Okay.
Each school was trying to do its own thing, and it wasn't a very strategic approach.
Okay. And describe some of the services that the Retention Center offers.
We have quite a few services. One, we run a campus-wide retention program.
Okay.
And basically what that means is that the part of the staff of the 21 do the orientation classes.
Okay.
Excuse me. They're designed to help students become good college students.
Okay.
We do advisement.
Okay.
Help students select their classes. We track students to see what their academic success is. Okay. And if they need help, we contact them.
Gotcha.
We also track them financially. If they're running into problems, paying for their bills, they may not know what the options are. Okay. So we will contact them, let them understand what the options are, due dates and things of that nature. We've made a big difference in that area.
Because I went to your website, Morgan State's website, and looked for the Office of Student Success and Retention, and I was kind of amazed by all these programs they offer. Because I remember being in college, and I'm not going to say retention wasn't a big deal, but they didn't even offer some of these programs.
I understand.
Just, like,
they didn't offer them when I was in school either.
Like, you have summer programs for freshmen.
Yes.
Placement testing.
Yes.
It's a disability support services, academic recovery program, alumni mentoring program, the collegiate learning assessment, academic advisement for first-time freshmen, midterm grades, monitoring students who have a bad performance, academic probation, financial literacy, and you mentioned that financial aid literacy, financial aid probation, students dropped for failure to make satisfactory financial arrangements, no longer enrollment students. It's just like a plethora of events, as well as a newsletter for parents.
Yeah, we do have a Parents 411 program that takes on two flavors. One during our Access orientation program, which is our summer programs to prepare incoming freshmen for college. We run a workshop for parents to let them know what Morgan is about, what their children are going to go through, certain primary and important events that they can expect, how to get information on how well their children are doing in school. It's available online to their children. We strongly suggest a partnership that they get together with their children so they can work on that together. And that's worked out very, very well. We've been doing that for at least 6 or 7 years.
Now, what do you think of some of the key contributors for students dropping out of college? Minority students.
There are several.
Okay.
There are several. Right now, money is a major factor.
Of course.
College costs, tuition fees, room and board,
Right.
books, have been steadily increasing over the years.
Right.
At the same time, the federal financial aid, mainly Pell Grants,
Right.
have not kept up.
Okay.
So at one point, Pell Grants used to pay 80% of students' tuition and fees. Now it accounts for about 20%.
Wow.
So there's a big gap that they have to make up. A lot of students at Morgan, at least, and other HBCUs are first generation, meaning they're the first persons in their families
Right.
to actually go, or part of that first generation who are going to college.
Okay.
So they don't have the history,
Right.
the legacy.
Right.
They don't have the advice back at home to
Very true.
ask how to negotiate through college.
Okay.
Many of our students are coming from inner city schools and are often not as well prepared academically and socially as they need to be for college.
Okay.
And that's where we have the summer program and the orientation.
Right.
And some of that manifests itself by the fact that they often don't have good time management skills and study skills.
Right.
So we're trying to attack a lot of that stuff, especially when it comes to the student skills
Okay.
in the first year.
All right. And what's been the success rate of the retention center?
Well, it's been pretty good. Since 2008, when we had measured our retention program, and what we mean by retention, that's first year retention. How many freshmen come back the following fall for school?
Okay.
We were at about 68.3% for the cohort of 2008.
Okay.
Recently, in 2010 and 2011, that figure has risen to 73%, which is a sizable increase.
Right.
Okay. We also have the goal of increasing our graduation rate to 50% by the year 2021, and our retention rate to 80% by 2021.
Now, final words. What do you want to say to our viewers about retention?
Retention is very, very important. If we don't retain them, they cannot graduate. And we are going to be working at it at Morgan and other schools. It's important for those parents who are listening to me to understand that you need to encourage your children to take advantage of all the resources that are available at the schools to help them. If you don't know what they are, please call us and ask us, and we'll be able to let you know what those things are.
And for parents and students joining our show, again, we were joined by Dr. Whelan from Morgan State University's Student Success and Retention Office. To learn more about them, visit their website, as well as you can find their information at the end of our show. We'll be back. Welcome back to the Launchpad. I'm your host, Harry Washington, and today we're joined by Mr. Leroy Nesbitt of the Black Student Fund, which is located in Washington, D.C. Mr. Nesbitt, welcome to the show.
Good to be here, Harry.
Now, how long has the Black Student Fund been in existence?
The Black Student Fund was founded in 1964, almost 50 years ago.
Right, and what's its mission? What's the mission of the Black Student Fund?
The mission of the fund was then and is now to provide opportunities, basically school choice, for students of African American descent at area independent schools.
And give us an idea, what kind of schools do you work with, do you partner with?
Well, I don't want to shortchange any of the schools, but I'll just say this. We have 44 schools located in Montgomery County, Prince George's County, Washington, D.C., and Northern Virginia. And as you can imagine, that list includes schools that are well-known and well-populated.
Right. And what type of services does the Black Student Fund offer?
Well, we assist people from across the community as well as assisting our families. For the Black Student Fund families, those are families who are selected as scholars. We provide scholarship support. We provide what we call essential services support, which is anything that we think they need to be successful in the environments at home or in that environment. In addition to that, we provide college counseling. We provide opportunities for summer opportunities. We do community service projects. So a variety of educational programming that assist our kids prepare for life after high school.
Now, what a majority of clientele, where do they reside?
They come from all across the metro region. So we have students from the District of Columbia.
Okay.
We have students from Maryland, both Prince George's County and Montgomery County.
Okay.
We have students from Northern Virginia.
Okay.
But Harry, I've got to tell you that Prince George's County is extremely well represented, both amongst the families and amongst those who are applicants to our program. We're quite pleased to have such a large number of representation from the county.
Now, the title of the show is in terms of minority retention. What issues has the Black Student Fund encountered as it relates to minority retention?
Well, the fund has learned a lot over its almost 50 years of existence about how to support students and put them on the road to academic excellence. There is a counseling function that we provide for retention to assist families with resources, to assist families to navigate their schools, and to assist families put themselves on track for academic excellence. In addition to that, we also support our students after they finish our high schools. We support them in the college process, the matriculation process, and then the process of being successful over 4 years and persisting toward college graduation.
Now, how you said you support them? How does the Black Student Fund support these students? What ways?
Well, we support them financially.
Okay.
We support them with advice and guidance and recommendations.
Okay.
We support them with counseling.
Okay.
We support them with referrals to other services.
Okay. What kind of services? Give us an idea. What kind of services would they be referred to?
Well, families might encounter a lot of things. There may be some unemployment in the family during the time that they're with us. There may be some circumstances. There may be health challenges. So we make sure that we provide what they need, or we find someone who's going to provide what they need.
Now, what kind of initiatives have you put in place to aid with the retention rates, to keep your students in those independent schools?
Well, actually, as part of our program, all of our scholars participate in what's called a Leadership Institute.
Okay.
And those are a series of workshops, events, activities that are designed to enrich them. So for example, we assist our parents in understanding how they can best utilize the services that are provided by the schools. So we bring in representatives of our member schools to engage our parents, to make sure that the parents understand how to engage the communities that they're in.
Now, in terms of with the leadership seminars that you offer, what can parents expect? What do students get from them?
Well, first of all, the Leadership Institutes are designed to inspire the students.
Okay.
So students come to the Leadership Institute programs and they leave there with more dedication for purpose, excitement about opportunities. The second thing is their particular skill thing. So we have Leadership Institute programs directed toward test prep.
Okay.
We have Leadership Institutes directed toward SAT prep.
Okay.
We have leadership program directed toward character building.
Okay.
So we do things like an SAT session, or we may do something like an etiquette dinner.
Oh, excellent. Okay, excellent. What are some of the current initiatives that the Black Student Fund has?
Well, the fund continues to have its focus on supporting our students, but in addition to that, we also work with our member schools.
Okay.
So we're working with our schools to ensure that their applicant pools for teachers, for administrators, includes a representation for all segments of the community. Okay. We also work with our schools to help them address issues of diversity in their schools. Okay. So we provide trainings, workshops, and we also advise them at times around the individual circumstances with kids. So in addition to serving the students and the families, we also support the member schools. Right. And there are 44 of them.
Right. But one of your largest initiatives is the student fair.
Well, yes. The Black Student Fund, excuse me, has a public purpose. Right. And for almost 40 years now, the Black Student Fund has sponsored a school fair. Much like a traditional college fair, this fair features schools, K-12 schools, K-8 schools, high schools, who come to the Washington Convention Center and set up shop and engage families and answer questions about their school, answer questions about independent education, answer questions about financing independent education.
Okay. And how long has that fair been in existence?
Oh, it's almost 40 years.
Wow. That's a long time.
And over 4,000 people attend the fair, including, as I said to you, a significant number coming from Prince George's County.
Right, and because the fair is open to everyone.
The fair is open to everyone, and it's attended by everyone. Excellent. And so, as they say, y'all come.
Final words, what are your final words about students staying in school, staying involved? What are some of your final words?
I think that in order for students to persist, that they need to do three things. One is they need to prepare to persist. So for the middle school student, before they go to high school, they need to learn what high school is about.
Okay.
For the high school student headed to college, before they go to college, they need to know some things about what they're going to experience.
Okay.
The second thing I think is that we need to make sure that our young people have the skills to persist. And one of those chief skills is the ability to engage adults.
Okay.
The ability to seek advice,
Right.
to ask for advice, and to know how to receive advice. Then the third thing I think we want to give to our students to persist is the ability to set goals. The ability to identify tasks and to develop the discipline to meet the tasks that will allow you to meet your goals.
Excellent. Excellent. That's our show. To learn about our guests, you can visit their websites. Also, you can view our credits and learn more about them. Thank you.